But why only 3?
Well, it was because it was...
rouse yourself into a whole series?
Well, I wasn't... They didn't want to... I wasn't offered a series. It was because it was the 21st anniversary of when it first went out, I think. And so they said, do you want to do something? I said, well, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a couple, you know, go out to Christmas. Then they said they want one for the Olympics, so we did 3.
And everyone's back and...
Everyone's still alive.
Phew.
Oh.
Yeah, that depressing first episode. Just explaining. And have you gone with the celebrity cameos again?
We haven't really got many celebrity cameos. We've got the regulars, Lulu and Emma Bunton. And a couple of others, but to be honest, if you've got 3, you've got a huge cast to try and get into all of them. And
was it kind of a lovely thing going back, or was it?
It really was. I felt that it was kind of felt like the right time to do it, and everyone was up for it, and everyone seemed the same. I mean, it just seemed the same, you know. Obviously, to read through, you get a lot of the clapping open of the spectacles cases and people bending low to look at the lines.
I see you now.
The click of bones as you walk around the floor.
Did you write all that in? I mean, are you all...
Oh, they are older. I mean, Adina is like 60 now.
No.
I'm not saying she's 60 because I refuse to play her as 60. But
Why
she
would you?
She would be, because she was 40 21 years ago.
God. And we know that, obviously, Alfab has earned you BAFTAs, International Emmys, but you have had lots of other honours. Now, was it the New York Senate?
Oh, yes.
Feted you.
We got made honorary New Yorkers, me and Joanna. And it was a ceremony that was going to be at the Senate in New York. Wow. And it was during Gay Pride Week.
Oh.
And so it was the LGBT and all the other letters awards. And so we went, I thought, oh, this is going to be a bit of a good old night, you know. And I said to Joanna, I said, when we go to New York and we go into all these parties, there's normally sort of 6-foot men dressed as us, and we walk in looking like small town mice, little tiny people. And they never recognise us. They go, is Jennifer here? Is she here?
Big drag queen going, I'm Louise.
I'm Jennifer. Oh, shame. And so I said to Joanna, let's go, you know, dressed up. So I got a white hat and I got the Stars and Stripes tied around it, great white suit on. Joanna was there. And I said to her on the plane, I said, do you think I need to make a speech? And she said, no, I don't think so, darling. I think just, hello, darlings, that'll do. Oh, thank you very much, sweetie darling. That'll be fine. And so we went dressed up, looking like clowns. Clown versions of ourselves. To, honestly, one of the most serious events I've ever been to. It was deeply...
We're here to honour commitment to social change.
Yes. Lots of songs to people who died of AIDS. Oh. It was... And there was tears and slow piano playing. And I said, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you for no speech. Well, I'm going to get up there. Whoopi Goldberg introduced us with such a lovely citation. And then I went up and I went, thank you, sweetie darling. It was honestly, I've never been so embarrassed in my life. I had a Stetson with the Stars and Stripes tag around it. I was... God.
Oh, man.
Oh.
But actually, the evening was saved because we then went on to a gay club where they'd done a look-alike contest. And suddenly I was with my people. And I was happy.
Now, not to piss on your lovely award,
no.
but, Robin, you won the Oscar for...
So I've got wine. Not to piss on your lovely award. Yeah, it's like, wow.
Presumably that must be, obviously, a career highlight. Did it change your life?
No, for like a week. It was like, hey, congratulations, way to go. Good Will Hunting, way to go. 2 weeks later, hey, Mark! Just back being that again. So it lasts. I mean, the moment they say your name when you win, English becomes a second language. And I forgot to thank my mother, and she was in the audience. Oh. Yeah, even the therapist went, get out! Like, oh, wow, that was rough for the next few years. Like,
oh, God.
Oh, well, how's the award? You came through here. How's the award?
Elijah, you must have had the most amazing night when Lord of the Rings. It equals... It's the most Oscar wins of all time. It equals the record, didn't it?
So surreal. It was 11, yeah. I think it was the most ever nominated and won together, yeah.
Wow. But then, I love this, you didn't go to all the kind of proper... Like, you didn't go to the Vanity Fair parties or any of that. Tell us where you went.
TheOneRing.net, the fans, basically, of Lord of the Rings, had their own party, the One Ring Party, celebrating the Oscars, and we went to that party. And Billy Boyd was wonderful.
That's great.
And we actually, I believe we took the Oscars there and displayed them. I think Pete showed up and everything. Billy Boyd sang, Dominic Monaghan sang. Wow. It was just a joyous, beautiful event.
Oh, and
we ended up staying there all night. We thought we were just going to show up and kind of make an appearance and thank everyone for having a great party in our honor. And it was the best. We just stayed there.
And they had a videotape later called Hobbits Gone Wild.
What big feet moving on?
It was a beautiful night because we felt like I mean, they were celebrating this thing with us, and, you know, so many of the people who were a part of making the films were there at the Oscars that night, and it was a big family. You know, we were celebrating as a family. It was beautiful.
And was it at the Oscars or no, the Golden Globes, I think, where you were? Was it Jack Nicholson?
Backstage, yeah.
Were you waiting to go on with Jack Nicholson?
I was waiting to go on to present an award. Jack was back there. Yeah, this is good. Jack was back there, and Dustin Hoffman was back there, and somehow Lord of the Rings came up in conversation, and he stood there and he said, you know, I can't do a Jack.
Oh, you can do it. No, go.
I won't. I actually won't do it because you're too good. But he basically said, you know, that movie, it just had so many endings. He's like, it just wouldn't end. And he said to me that he actually walked out before the end. He said, oh, that's how it started. He said, what happened? And I said, Jack, what do you mean? What do you mean, what happened? He said, well, tell me what the end was. And I said, well, you know, at the end, the hobbits are saying goodbye to each other, and Frodo gets on the boat and sails into the Undying Lands. He said, I didn't even see it. I walked out before the end. So he was basically complaining that there were just too many endings to the film.
Drugs wore off. That's
yeah.
I have to go outside for a little medication.
When I won my Academy Award, he was there. He won, this was his 3rd Academy Award. We're standing backstage because they're just about to take you to the press conference, and he goes, you know, Robbo, now I have one for every decade. Oh, you bastard!
Talking of movies, we constantly read these rumours, but is Ab Fab movie? Is someone talking to you about that?
Well, I did say it to someone, and it seems to have ballooned into an idea. You're looking way too excited now.
No, that's great.
No, I'm thinking about it, really seriously thinking about it.
That'd be fantastic.
Done.
That's 600 tickets right there.
There we go.
Yeah.
Done.
And listen, we're really, really thrilled because you brought us. This hasn't been seen anywhere else before. No. It's a clip from. I think is it the first episode?
I think it's just the very beginning of the first episode.
How does it end?
Not. I wasn't there.
All right, here's a very exclusive clip from the new Ab Fab.
You're late.
I'm not late. Anyway, darling, you've got work to do while I'm gone, you know. You've got to update my website. My website is me. It must be fresh. It must be happening.
Vitamin B. Ginkgo.